Alright everybody, welcome to RPG Maker VX Ace. The purpose of this video is to be a companion guide to, let me get it, just a sec, the beginner's guide to RPG Maker VX Ace, created by Kelspers. So, the first video is going to be covering the chapter on creating maps. So, the first thing we'll need to do to begin is to create a project. So, for creating a project, all you need to do is go up to this side of the screen of your window, where you have your file, your edit, your mode, draw, scale, tools, game, and help. You want to go click File, go to New Project. You can even do Control N and just wait for it to load up. Alright, so we have your folder name and your game title. Both of them are the same, so just to make it more organized. So I am going to create the game, and I'm going to call it Pimple Duck. Okay. So we're going to click OK. That creates our game. Well, at least our project. So, maps. First thing you need to notice is you have your window here. This is where you'll see like all the things you need that you're putting into the game itself. And up here we have the toolbars the toolbar. So we have our new project. Basically, just everything you really need is just like right here. So the tools we're going to be focusing on for this video are the pencil, the rectangle, the ellipsis, flood fill, and shadow pen. And we may also delve into these. These basically change the display to like 1.1 scale, 1.2, 1.4, and 1/8. So this is kind of like what it does. So you really wouldn't want to use 1/8 unless you have a really large map, stuff like that. So we're just going to mainly deal with 1:1 scale, because our maps aren't going to be very big for this tutorial and such like that, or for the guide itself. So the other thing we're going to be focusing on as well are the tools that we have here. These are basically the tiles that we have available. We're also going to be dealing with different tabs with our tiles, depending upon which type of setting we have for either interior, exterior, world, or dungeon, and such like that. We're also going to be dealing with this. This is controlling all the maps we're going to be making for the game. And alright, let's continue. So the first thing you want to do is to create your first map. And on default, when you create a new project, you have your first map already created, or at least, the name of it. But we don't want it to be named just map 001 because that doesn't really mean anything to us. So what we want to do is right click it, go to map properties, or you can also just click space, which I just did. And now we have here is the map, or the general settings for the map properties. So we have here the name. What's kind of cool about this software is you just hover over most of the stuff and it will give you like a description of what it does. So for instance, it says the map name, used only in the editor for convenience. So we can name whatever we want here. It's not even going to show up in the game. It's just for us, for the game developer. So for this one, we're going to be making the world map. So we'll just put world and map. And we might as well call it world map as well on the screen as well. So it'll also be displayed as world map. Now this is what I meant by tile sets. So this, depending upon like what do you have here, you have either the field, the exterior, interior, dungeon. This basically tells you what type of tiles you're going to be able to use. So for this one, we're going to be outside, so we're going to use the field. Now the guide states for the map we're going to be making just to keep it at 17 and 13. It's a very short map, very small one. It's very simple. So once we get all this information in, we go ahead and do OK. And here you are. So you have your world map and your window here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create continents and all the features that we want in our world. So you go over here, click on whatever you want. I'm going to go ahead and click, yeah, let's just go ahead and click this one. It just says the grass. You can have it this rectangle. I'll just kind of show you what these do. So pencil is just one square at a time, so one tile per square. So like that. And you can also hold down and do it like this, although it's not very accurate. So if you have like a mouse, you like go all over the place, and it just, if you try to go in a straight line, sometimes it'll do that, and it's just not very effective. Now this would be a good opportunity to show you how to undo. It's just Control Z, or it can also go up to this tool right here and do the same. So blah. Alright, so anyways, I'm going to now do this. I use this tool pretty well because it's simpler just to get a nice good mass, but also without messing up too much. Let's do that, and let's do this, and we're just gonna make something like this. Make sure you don't, well, at least for this tutorial, the guide is basically, it works as, we want another set of continent. We not want another continent to work with. So let's, yeah, there we go. Because we're going to be creating eventually a boat to sail over to the other island and stuff like that. So let's continue to add some more stuff here so we can get some more features. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some other features. So let's go ahead and make some beach. Yeah, we'll make a little beach here. Go here, and also do some mountains, blah, good old mountains. And then what else should we do? Oh, forest. Okay, do our forest here. Yeah, and then we'll add some trees. Good. Now, this was all just in tab A. Let's go to tab B. This gives us some more features that we can put in, so such as towns and castles and other stuff like that. So let's go ahead. The guide, it uses about, we're going to be going to 5 different places, so we want 5 different locations that have a good contrast, so you can tell them apart and from the land. So basically, there's going to be a forest area. So that will be, we'll have an event on this area that will go into a new map. There's also going to be, let's see. Oh, okay. We'll put this on the mountain because it'll probably go through some type of cavern. We'll do a little town here. And then we're going to do a desert place. We'll do that here. And we need one other place on the other side of the island, basically. So, okay, these are going to be our 5 different areas that we're eventually going to create maps for. But first of all, we are going to create maps for the town. So, just for this tutorial of the guide. So, once we got to that point, now what we're going to do is we're going to create maps for the town. So what we do is we go in here to your map section, right click, and you go to new map. You can also just push insert on the keyboard and it'll get you to the same window. For this one, we'll just click it and you'll get to the screen again. So you'll see that you got map 2. So right now we are going to rename it, and I'm just going to go with what the guide is stating so that you can follow along in the guide as well. And it's named, let's see, Village East Haven. And the display name is the Village of East Haven. Okay. Now, we're not going to be in the outside. We're going to be inside a town, basically. But we're still not inside an interior, so we're not in like a room. So we're going to be in the exterior of a town. So you want to click that. We're also going to make it a little bigger. Now the guide, it states to do 29 by 23. So you can either just click like this, so 29, or you can just type it in, so 23. So we have 29 by 23. Everything else stays the same because we're just creating the maps. Nothing really special yet. So click that. You created your new map. Now, since it's just a exterior of a town, we want to kind of get it like basically fill it with land. So we can go ahead over here to the flood fill, and we have another thing is, since we put it on exterior, we have an extra tab because we have a whole bunch of other items that we can put on our map. So let's go to A, and this gives us kind of like the terrain, it looks like. So let's see, I'm going to fill it all the way up with grass, just for starters. Now the next thing we're going to do, at least what I'm going to do now, according to the guide, there's going to be about 5 buildings. Well, actually no, 4 buildings and a garden area. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create one building. So, oops. This is a good opportunity to say, make sure you know which one you're on, like which drawing tool you're on, because that would happen. So just Control Z that, or undo, and that will get you back to where you are. So I'm going to go ahead and click rectangle. Okay. And then I'm going to, let's do, okay. So I clicked on a roof, and let's make it just about that big, maybe. Maybe just a little smaller. Okay. And then, let's see. I found a good contrast would be about 3, it seems like. Gives you more options to put some items like windows and such, but it's up to you. And then we'll do red. Yeah, do that. Make it a little smaller. And then I'll just do that. Yeah. Alright. And then let's get yellow. Over here, we're going to be making like a inn type place, and it's going to be a 2-story. So we're going to add an extra story, and let's see, make it look like that. Alright, and then we're going to add in one more building, just right that. Okay, so you can kind of see we have the kind of like the roof tile, and then we have the foundation tile. That's kind of how it works. So you have your top and then your kind of side view type thing going on there, so you can make layers. So if you want, eventually, I'll actually forget it, we'll just make it right now. I'm going to go ahead and make a cliff, kind of demonstrate this. So here's the bottom of the cliff, or like the side view of it. And then I will go like this. Okay. But right now, it kind of just looks like, because of the shadow right here, it just looks like it's, this is on top. So this is the cliff top, and this is the bottom of it. So if we wanted to change that, we put this tile right here and do it like this. So now this is on top and this is on bottom. Kind of has that weird looking illusion, basically. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is, let's go ahead and create a kind of like a town squared looking thing. Okay, and then let's put some grass in the middle of it. Kind of give it this rectangle look. Now let's add some roads. So let's go here. Oops. Let's go here and here, here and here. Okay, and then this, we kind of do something like that, and then this, go like that, and like that. Because we're going to create a garden. So we have our post right here. These are kind of like so we have like a stone post, or not stone. Yeah, stone post, yeah. And then we have our fence. So this is our fence tool. So what you'll do is, just create something like this. Oops, not like that. Kind of give it a little entrance way right here. Okay, box it in. So this will be kind of like our garden area. Now here's some dirt. Fill it up with dirt. And then what we can do is go to B. That gives us a little bit more shrubbery and vegetables and stuff like that. So here we have some items we can put in our garden. We have some cabbage, looks like some radish or tomatoes, whatever those are, onions. There you go. Alright, now what we can do is we can liven this up a little bit. Let's go ahead and add some trees. So I'm going to add some trees all over this place. So this is kind of the same type of deal with making the cliff face. So you have your top and then you have the bottom of the sprite, or of the tile. Yeah, it's not a sprite, it's a tile. So anyways, you want to make sure that you kind of test it out to make sure it looks right, because sometimes it will just kind of look wrong. Like for instance, if you put, let's see, well, for instance, that looks wrong, right? So you just want to make sure you are doing it correctly, basically. So we got, let's just give it like that. And let's see what this does. No, that doesn't do anything. Alright. And then let's just do, oops, see, that doesn't work. So make sure you got it right, like that. See, now it looks pretty uniform. It's pretty good. Let's go ahead and we'll add, let's see, a rock. Doesn't look natural. Maybe a bigger tree. So now this one's interesting. This one has 4 different tiles that it covers. So let's put a big tree right here. Alright, very good. Now, let's see. Let's just go, oh, here we go. Let's do some high grass. So here's your grass, like big time grass. So let's do some of that. Just kind of, you can do whatever you want, really. Just basically we're livening up the scene here just to make it look nice and varied. So it's just not so, bland or whatever. Let's go ahead and add some flowers. So let's do this one here. Just kind of bubble stuff around. Do some of that. And then, let's see, do a sign, and then a well, middle, do a barrels, and oh, we need doorways for our buildings. So here's your selection of doorways or open spaces that you can use for your entryways and such like that. Let's see, we have one that's like a solid. We also have one that kind of has this illusion of being a 3D look to it. So let's kind of do that, and that, and that. All right. We can also add some windows to the places. So, okay, here's an interesting one. So this one kind of just has one tile where it has a little bit of a top and a little bit of a bottom, stuff like that. This is how it works. Alright. And let's see, let's just add another one to the side here. Okay. And then this one will get these ones. Very good. And let's see. Go ahead and add here. Very good. And like I said, you could just do whatever you want. You can add some more, but for time's sake, I'm just going to keep going. So for the guide, we're going to be creating a blacksmith. And the blacksmith, I'll just put it here. A miscellaneous or an item shop. Put that there. And an inn. We want the inn to be the one with the double story. Okay. So there we go. We have our exterior map for the village East Haven. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to create the interiors. Now what we do here is you just go over here to your map selection, right click, new map, or just insert. I'm just going to show you just how the keyboard works. So just push insert. Now you get your new map, so new map 3. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make the interior of the inn, the first floor. So this will be in floor 1. So in, let's see, for the display name, I'm just going to go ahead and spell it all out. Floor 1. Yeah, there we go. In floor 1. Now for the tile set, we're going to be in an interior, so we're going to click interior, and I'll just keep it at this size. It's not that big of a deal. So I'll go ahead and click OK. So you get your in floor 1 right now. Now for interiors, the guide is shows that you should have a border of transparency, just to give it that illusion that you're inside. So I'll kind of show you what I mean. So let's go ahead. Again, you have different tiles now because you're in a different tile set. So let's go ahead and create, let's see, this is the inn. Let's do, let's see. Let's do this one. Yeah, why not? Okay. So from what it looks like, just to give it kind of that illusion of being an indoor type thing, what you want to do is maybe go like 2 or 3 or 4 up with the side tile. So for instance, I didn't click this one, and then I need to go to the side all the way, keeping this border right here open, so transparent. Go up to match that side, and then you click the top like that, and there you go. Now the other thing, let's see, we want to have, let's see, oh right, let's go ahead and create the wall, the side wall. So I kind of use either 2 or 3, so let's go ahead and I'm going to keep it at and it's an in, so let's do 2. And I forget to do 3. Alright, so that's our wall. And now we need to create our floor. So let's give it a wood finish, and I want the wood to go to the right. So click that, go like that, and boom, look at that. So now we need an entryway. So what you do, make sure you have your floor set, and kind of click where you want your entryway to go. Just click that, and then make sure you get back to your original side view of the tile for the kind of the basically the wall. Get the one that looks like the wall that you had. So this one, and click it right there, and it has that illusion of an entryway and an exit. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to put some stuff inside of here. So we're going to go into the tile B. And let's go ahead and just add whatever you want. So I'm going to put a window, and then I'm going to put, let's see, do I want that there? No, doesn't look right. And I'm just going to make it really simple. So there's a whole bunch of stuff you can put in there. In fact, I'm going to put a piano. Ooh, yeah. It ain't an in without a piano, right? Alright. Actually, I think I messed up. Yeah, it should be right there. So let's go ahead and put it right there. Right smack dab in the middle. Cool, so we have our piano. Let's go ahead. Ooh, okay. This I didn't figure out until when I was doing this. These are like your tables or your counters, basically. These type of things right here. And what's good about these is that they are like a solid table. So what happens is, for instance, you may see these. Where is it? Oh, like these. This is just like a regular table, where it's just like it's specific for just one tile. So for instance, if I did a whole bunch like that, you'll see that the crease in the middle. And you may not want that. So if you don't want that, you get these, and they're just a solid like that. Okay, so you make your counter. It's good for shops, stuff like that. So I'm just gonna leave it like this because you can just add whatever you want in there, and just for time's sake, this is all you really need. Except, of course, we are going to need a way to get up to the second floor. So right up here we have our steps, and our steps up and steps down. So we want to go to step up, we're going to go to the left, like there, and that's how you do that. So now let's go to floor 2. So create new map, or just insert, and then in floor 2, let's go in floor 2, and then tile set interior width height, make it the same. Alright, so let's go back to tab A, find the one that you used before, which was, I used this one, and just do the same thing. Actually, since this is, we're kind of have the illusion here where it's a shorter building, we can add a little bit more to the background, like the empty space, to give it the illusion that it's a smaller interior. So let's just do this. Okay. Okay. All right. I'll go back here. That. And that. All right. So there you go. Now let's go ahead and add some. Let's see. This is going to be the bed area. So let's add beds for our characters. Let's see. Out. duh, right here. Alright, I'm going to do 4, so you get your bottoms, and then the tops, and then the bottoms, and then the tops. Oops. Control Z. Very good. And let's see, anything else that we really need? Let's see. Yeah, just for sake of time, I'm just gonna do what we really need just to show you. So now that we are at the very top, we're going with the stairs going down. Make sure that you're, since, yeah, anyways, there you go. So I wouldn't put one here because it doesn't look right. I would do that. Alright, so you get that. Now, oh, this is a good opportunity to save. So you can either do Control S, or you can just go up here to File and Save Project. So Control S. I just do Control S because it's simple. So just go boom, boom, done. Alright, so now we are going to create our other map. So insert, and let's go ahead and make our blacksmith. Okay, blacksmith. I'm just tabbing through here. Go to interior. This one will be a little bigger. I'm going to make it 19 width, and then just click OK. But since I don't want this to, let's see, I don't want this to be like this. I want the blacksmith to be a part of the village East Haven, but I don't want it to be a part of the inn. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold it, move it over. There you go. What I did is I held it down, moved it to where I wanted it to be a part of, so like the village East Haven, clicked it, and now it's its own little thingamajig inside of village East Haven. That will work a lot better when we start doing events and such like that. So anyways, the blacksmith. Let's go ahead and we're going to make a stone finish this time. So let's do 1, 2, 3, boom. Oops. 1, 2, and let's do 4. And it looks more like a castle. Let's change that. Let's make it this. There we go. Oops, went too high. And then let's go back to this, like that. Do the stone finish. Let's make it that on the floor. Okay, do an entrance, entry. And then boom, there you go. And then let's go ahead and do some blacksmith stuff. So for shops, you want to probably, just add stuff that would be pertinent to the shop. So this is a blacksmith. We're gonna have some axes. We're gonna have some spears on the walls. Let's go ahead and make a counter for the blacksmith. That. Let's go ahead and make a kiln chimney looking thing. Good. And then let's see. Give him some boxes to carry stuff in. And yeah, you get the gist. Okay, so that's our blacksmith. Now, I'm going to go ahead. Another way you can do it besides doing what happened last time where I just, clicked, held, and moved it over to Village East Haven. What you could also do is just click that, Village East Haven, right click, new map, or of course, just insert. There you go. And then what that will do is it will just create another map and will line up with in floor 1 and blacksmith. So it'll be like right here. So right now we're going to make the miscellaneous shop. So miscellaneous shop, shop, interior, same size. See, that's what happened. Alright, very good. So let's go ahead and just do the same thing. Let's make it a stone. Okay, so oops, I keep doing that. And once you keep doing this, eventually you'll just get it down and be, second nature. It won't be that big of a deal anymore. So the main thing is just doing it often, so then you'll be able to just get used to it. Alright, so this is our miscellaneous shop. Let's get a counter going, and I'll go ahead and add some more stuff in later, but basically you have the gist. So basically the whole thing is you have your tabs, you have your map section, and that's pretty much how maps really work. So what we did here is we were able to create our world map. We created an exterior of a town, or a town or a dungeon or whatever. We built the exterior for that. So this will basically be the area where we'll enter into different buildings, different areas, and such like that. We also created interiors to those buildings. So we have our inn, floor 1, floor 2, we have our blacksmith, and our miscellaneous shop. I'm sure eventually we'll do the building right here, but according to the guide, we haven't. It kind of just ends with those buildings. We don't really do with this one yet. So, unless you really want to, you can go ahead and do that, I guess. But I'm just following the guide as best I can. So this is how you create maps in RPG Maker VX Ace, and it's not too bad. It's pretty good, especially for a very beginner type program like this. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. Hope it was helpful. And if you have any questions, you can go ahead and comment down below. And happy trails. Oh, duh. First thing you want to do before you do anything is save it. So I could do that. Control S. Blah. All right. Anyways,